Module 2, Lesson 2, Definition of Translation and 3 Basic Properties. Translation is when we take an object and we slide it. Now we can slide things vertically, horizontally, diagonally. We can slide them on a coordinate plane, or we can slide them along a translation vector array. I'll call it an app that you can use to play around with this is GeoGebra. There's another one called Live Geometry. They are free. There are other programs that you can purchase like Geometer Sketchpad that are not free. But I think you'll use those probably more when you get to geometry than you will this year. So what we're going to look at now is if we take some shape and we translate it along this vector, I want to show you how you do that and the fact that you will get this shape. So you should all have a transparency, or I'll be giving you one if you don't have one yet. We're going to trace, this is going to be our original shape. And we're also going to trace our translation vector. We have to have the vector. Now I'm going to take the end point of that ray and I'm going to slide it along that vector until it gets to the arrowhead of it. And then you can see that's my new shape. That's where my new shape is underneath there. Okay, so once again, you start out here, this end point slides till it gets down here, and then you have your new shape. Okay, and we'd have to transfer that underneath there onto the paper if we didn't already have it. I already drew it for you. But now, the other thing I want to take a look at with you is how to name these rays, because some people don't recall that from other years or forget how to do that. So if we have this ray, first of all, if we have a ray and we're talking about it, the symbol on top always points to the right. This symbol always points to the right. That symbol is not telling you the direction the ray is on your paper. It's just telling you it is a ray. The end point of the ray should be the first letter you write, and the ray goes through or towards the second letter that you write. So if we're going to name this ray, the end point is A. It goes through or towards B, and our symbol always points towards the right. So this is how we would name this symbol. Here's another ray. If we want to name it, we have the choices here, MN pointing left, MN pointing right, NM pointing left, and NM pointing right. Well, we know that we can't point left, so those two can be crossed off. Our ray always points to the right, our symbol. Now, end point is M. That's supposed to be the first letter, so this can't be it. So it's got to be this one. Now, another thing I want to go through and summarize with you is when we start out with a line, we get a line. If we start with a segment, we get a segment. If we start with a ray, we get a ray. If we start with an angle, we get an angle. Whatever shape you start with is what you get. These shapes do not change. You're not going to start with a triangle and get a square. All right. The lengths are also congruent, and the angles are congruent. So whatever size you start with is the same size you end up with. Okay, the object does not get larger or smaller with a translation. It stays the same size.